Are you tired of reading the same old superhero stories? Do you crave something a little more weird? Well, you're in luck, because today we're counting down the top 10 weirdest comics of all time. Number 10. My Friend Dahmer. This comic is a true crime story about the teenage years of notorious serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, told from the perspective of one of his high school classmates. It's disturbing, it's unsettling, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. Number 9. The Invisibles. This comic is like a trippy acid trip on paper. It follows a group of time-traveling anarchist superheroes as they battle against a secret society of evil interdimensional beings. It's weird, it's wild, and it's definitely worth checking out. Number 8. Superman, Red Sun. What if Superman had been raised in Soviet Russia instead of Smallville, Kansas? That's the premise of this bizarre alternate universe story, which explores what would happen if the Man of Steel fought for communism instead of truth, justice, and the American way. Number 7. The Maxx. This comic is like nothing else out there. It follows the adventures of a homeless superhero who battles against a host of surreal villains, all while struggling with his own psychological demons. It's dark, it's surreal, and it's definitely worth a read. Number 6. Batman, Odyssey. Imagine if Batman was written by someone on a serious acid trip. That's pretty much what you get with Batman Odyssey, a bizarre and nonsensical tale that features everything from time travel to psychic dinosaurs. It's a train wreck of a comic, but it's also kind of amazing. Number 5. FreakAngels. This comic is set in a post-apocalyptic world where a group of psychic teenagers use their powers to protect a flooded city from marauding gangs. It's weird, it's twisted, and it's definitely not for kids. Number 4. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This comic takes characters from classic literature, like Captain Nemo, Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde, and puts them together in a steampunk adventure story. It's strange, it's clever, and it's definitely worth a read. Number 3. Preacher. This comic follows the adventures of a small-town preacher who gains the power of God and sets out on a quest to find the Almighty himself. Along the way, he battles against vampires, angels, and a host of other supernatural creatures. It's dark, it's funny, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. Number 2. The Sandman. This comic is a masterpiece of weirdness. It follows the adventures of Morpheus, the Lord of Dreams, as he navigates the strange and surreal world of the dreaming. It's a beautiful, haunting, and utterly unique work of art. And now for our number 1 weirdest comic of all time. Nemesis the Warlock. This comic is a true classic of weirdness. It follows the adventures of a demon warrior who battles against the fascist forces of a futuristic Earth. With its psychedelic visuals, bizarre alien landscapes, and over-the-top violence, Nemesis the Warlock is a true masterpiece of the weird and the wacky. Well, there you have it, people. The top 10 weirdest comics of all time. Whether you're a die-hard comic book fan or just looking for something a little more offbeat, these comics are sure to satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Until next time, Comic Quickies signing off.